You can get touched, bro. They come up right now and just start drumming at us. We shooting back here. It's gonna be a shootout, bro. But we gotta kill somebody.
Listen to Shotty's voice. As you can obviously tell, he is upset. Now, what a lot of people might not forget is that there was actually transcripts of this. There was actually transcripts of this that was actually released. I forgot whose documents they were in. I was trying to look for them. I couldn't find them. But there was transcripts of this. BBN, don't mind that. BBN, Jack. I don't got no coffee this morning. Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody having a beautiful day. It's been a good morning so far for myself. Be honest with you. A couple of things. First, I like the lighting. I'm gonna leave the lighting alone. I usually mess with the lighting sometimes. I have to see, check it out. Shout out to D No Love, James Belcher. Tell Tina I said what up. Tori Mosley, Kenneth O'Leary, Foot in Ass Entertainment, Deontay 1000 Watts. You're almost back. J Mill, Anthony, John Soto, Hilda, Straight Ballin'. Said what's poppin', yo. The Real Self. How y'all doing this morning? I hope everybody having a beautiful day. We got a couple of things that we're gonna be discussing. What up, Kendo? What up, Fly Guy 45? What up, Billy London? I'm gonna need all of y'all to go over and check Corey King out later today. I'm not sure when he's gonna be going live. Probably like around noon or 1. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm gonna need all of y'all to go over there and check him out. He's at an event right now, I believe, that's for helping children or something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure what the event is. I'm gonna have to link up with him later to find out. But he's at an event and it has to deal with helping children, and it's like he's gonna be able to hopefully link up with some councilmen or senators or something like that, that's actually at the event. So that's gonna be a good look. Let's go support the brother. Remember, we should be advocating for change. We should be positive change. We should be advocating for positive change. We should be wanting brothers to get themselves involved in positive things, and that's also the energy that we need to be putting out. That's why we kick chose. You feel me? What up, Dice TV, Karam TV, Billy London, Tracy B. Shout out to Australia. That's a whole fact. That's why we kick trolls. Everybody thinks I kick trolls or I don't want trolls in here for whatever the reasons y'all think. But in reality, we don't want that negative energy around us. And we shouldn't have to allow for it to fester in order to be successful. Shout out to Straight Ballin' starting the $2 drive out. He said, start that drive. God bless. You're a good guy. I appreciate you. I tried my best. I got a long way to go. But I'm trying my best. So there's a couple of things we want to discuss today. Hold on. Give me a minute. I was gonna grandstand a little, but I mean I could save the grandstanding. And what I was gonna grandstand about, just so we could be perfectly honest, the thing that I was gonna grandstand about was the fact that I've been telling everybody that Tekashi 69 is gonna be able to have a career when he gets out, and a lot of YouTube channels have been. What up, Hilda? How you doing this morning? A lot of YouTube channels has been trying to say the exact opposite. Shout out to Prince to Amir for the donation. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Dice TV joining the $2 drive. Appreciate y'all. A lot of YouTube content creators was busy trying to say he's a snitch. He's not gonna be able to have a Corey King live now. Shout out to CK. I mean, we're over here. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Also, please don't any of y'all ever go into CK's chat and tell people in his chat that I'm live. We don't do that. All right. So I just want to say, and nobody over here that watches us, never go over to somebody else's chat, especially somebody that we fuck with, our people, and try to get people to leave their chat to come over here. Let them enjoy the chat that they're in, and then if they get the opportunity, they can watch us on replay. Copy? We don't do that. We don't backbite. All right. Anyway, Dice TV said, I tried to tell people only us three people are saying that the majority of the world don't care about the street politics that we live in by. So, of course, he's going to still have a career. That's a whole fact. I'm not taking it as disrespect, Kendall. I brought up a topic and you spoke on it. I'm going to leave it at that. I just want to let everybody that watches this channel know that we don't go to our affiliates, people that we deal with. And I don't even want you to go to people I hate and then say I'm up. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I don't got no beef with Hassan Campbell. I mean, if he's mad at me, there ain't shit I could do about that. But I don't have no beef with nobody. Let's be clear on that. I don't have no beef with nobody, and I actually respect a lot of what Hassan Campbell is doing over there, just to be honest with you. There's a ton of people that I don't have beef with. They might have beef with me, but I do not have beef with them that I don't respect what they're doing. I respect what Hassan Campbell is doing over there. I don't got no beef with him. I don't beef with people. I don't do that. Good night, Tracy B. Enjoy your rest. Come back for the Tonight Show. That should be like in the middle of the day for you, right? Yeah, so that's just something that I'm gonna be pointing out continuously because they have a Tekashi docuseries that they're gonna be doing on Showtime. Showtime. Not they have a PBS docu-series, which would also be big, by the way. But they have a Showtime docu-series. A Showtime docu-series. Do you understand the money that is put? Oh, Showtime, like Viacom or something? Do you understand the money that's put behind that? CBS owns Showtime, right? I think CBS owns Showtime. Do you understand the money that they're putting behind that? And on top of that, in addition to that, he also signed a $10 million deal. I keep trying to tell y'all don't understand how it works. And when I say they, I'm not talking about Tekashi per se, because he's from the hood. So I'm not talking about him loving our culture. But they love our culture all throughout the world. They love our culture all throughout the world. We influence them. But they don't follow the politics of what people in the hood believe. They just like the optics. Ruggy Hauser says, got on my Jack Force and Fire inspired court gear this morning and during my date. Shake my head. I'm sorry that happened. Is that a good thing? Hold on. That might be a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that your date got to join. Their rap. Think about the rappers that's pissed off. A majority of the rappers that's pissed off at them is the dudes that's like, I'm not trying to disrespect them, but they're not selling albums no more. Let's just say what it is. The majority of the rappers that's pissed off at them are the rappers that's not selling albums. Let's say what it is. I don't think he made 4.4 million off of streams. I think his net worth rose to 4.4 million. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think that's what actually happened. Stop making, this is what we have to do, right? We got to stop making other people's reality, other people's lives our reality. You feel me? A ton of people that is questioning what 6ix9ine did. If y'all was in the same situation, y'all would have did the same thing or worse. That's why I don't trust shit. You think that these rappers that have the opportunity, hold on. You think that these rappers that have the opportunity to either be a millionaire out here on the street or be a millionaire locked up in jail is going to say, you know what? I'd rather be a millionaire locked up in jail. You think that that's happening? That ain't happening. Now, I wish that these young brothers would have did something different and it would have worked out different. I wish these brothers would have just made different moves. Period. Um, Shout out to Two Slice starting the $5 drive. Let's keep the $5 drive going today. Shout out to Two Slice getting the $5 drive started. Appreciate you, my brother. Um, Tom Rob said, "Yo, Frost, you don't have beef now, but I guarantee you, the better you get, a certain podcaster from Brooklyn will start hating on you. They do it to everybody that's popping. I don't even know who you're talking about. I have no idea who you're talking about, and I don't care." I don't care. What am I gonna do? I can't be concerned with what other people think about me. I have to be concerned with what I think about myself and my actions. What people think about you is your reputation. What you actually do is your character. Shout out to Bree for the donation. She says, "For love you always. Appreciate you, baby girl. You the best." That's a whole fact. I love y'all. Y'all guys are the best. I'm from the Bronx. Why you trying to find out what you trying to find out where I live personally, Deshaun? What you trying to do? You trying to pull up on my doorstep? That's what you trying to do, Deshaun? Or you trying to tell other people where I live so they can pull up on my doorstep? You talk about where I live or don't live one more time, I'm just gonna hit you with your bags. Niggas be really just like, what in the hell? I'm from the Bronx. Does it matter what part? It's too early for this shit. Anyway, what y'all want to talk about? And tell me what y'all want to talk about. Let's talk about what y'all want to talk about. What y'all want to talk about? I'm give y'all a minute, and if y'all don't come up with something in a minute, just shout out real rights only. And I don't want to talk about people beefing with me. Also, I don't care about that. I keep hearing people saying that Jim Jones dropped this flag, but I do not know that to be a fact, so I don't report on it. He said, "I put my daughter on timeout. I told her now I gotta hit you with your bags." Let's go. What up, Rio? Harv does have a lawsuit that was currently active. Um, can we talk about something other than other people beefing? Like, could we? This is Friday, yo. Let's go into the weekend strong. Let's go into the weekend talking about either how we're all standing together or something strong, not something weak. Talking about beefing is something weak. Nah, I didn't read up on the Capo's son. Oh, Chapo's son. Chapo's son actually got they found him. Shout out to Troy Ave. He was actually a pretty cool dude when I met him. He looked like a pretty cool dude when I met him. I haven't really gotten into an in-depth conversation with him, but shout out to Troy Ave. I think he gets a lot of bad rap. I think I'm gonna tell you what Troy Ave's situation might be. We taking calls today, by the way. We taking calls, but only on IG. So anybody that want to call in on IG, you gotta hit me on IG. They go to IG right there. Hit me on IG. We taking calls today on IG. Am I gonna start covering Pop Smoke? I don't know. If I had a line to him, like if one of his people reached out, I would definitely start covering. If any of these rappers people ever reach out, I would definitely start covering. There was a duffel bag during whose arrest? What up, Lisa Brown? Oh, there was a scuffle during his arrest. Yes, we are covering the Troy Ave case. Hold on, let's go to the El Chapo. That's not a bad idea. Let's see what El Chapo's son is going on with El Chapo's son. Hold on, this is the latest one. It says CNN. Let's see what it says. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all know. See, so y'all can see what I'm reading. But before we get into this, I want to say something real quick. This shit is not. What in the fuck? There we go. This is what we're gonna be reading. But before I talk about this, I want to say something about Troy Ave real quick. I'm gonna tell you something, right? I don't take what other people say about people and just believe it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm particularly an individual who, when I come into contact with people that can't be trusted, they could tell of what kind of caliber character I am. So a lot of people, when I come into contact with them and they're people who are just dishonest individuals, what they're gonna try to do is they try to beat people to the punch talking bad about me. You understand what I'm saying? So there's lots of times that I don't think about it. Like, think about every single person that beats with me on the internet. I didn't say nothing about them. I didn't even say anything to trigger nobody. I just wake up in the morning and then all of a sudden they got a video they was just talking about me last night. So what you got to understand is there are a lot of individuals that they get people confused. I met Troy Ave, seen him face to face. I think that Troy Ave is one of those brutally honest people. That might be what his situation is. That might seriously be what Troy Ave's whole entire situation is. He's brutally honest. I don't know if the dude's lying. I don't know if the dude's a liar. Um, I haven't been in I've only had I've the conversation I had with Troy Ave was barely 30 minutes. It was about 15 minutes at the longest. So I don't know of what kind of real caliber quality character this in the quality character that he has. But I will tell you this: me speaking to him, brutally honest. Me talking to them, he just said, "Joe, just report the facts." I was actually talking about his case. He was just like, "Look, just report the facts." And from what I've seen, individuals that literally just want you to report the facts are usually telling the truth. The people that's like, they try to tell you, nah, I don't know, no, but that and this and that and that and this, like you got to be wary of. But usually the individuals that's like, yo, look, this is what it is, that is what it is, this is what it is, that is what it is. Oh wow, shout out. Those are the ones that I'm usually a little bit more weary of. I spoke to Troy Ave. All Troy Ave said is report the facts. I don't know if he's a rat. I'm not accusing him of being a rat. I'm not accusing him of not being a rat. Shout out to D No Love with the purchase. That's this sweater right now that I got on, but in red. Shout out to D No Love. Appreciate you, my brother. When you get it, remember, send me the pic. CIA Chris, I don't know, but he ain't going to jail. They're gonna give it. CIA Chris is back to work. What are you talking about? As I know, I have a T-shirt on. He bought this same design. Let me move it up. I hate this is the shit that pisses me off about niggas. People be so busy trying to say some weird shit that no matter what you say, they. Let me show you something real quick. Take 2 seconds. So I just want everybody to see why I be like, what the fuck, yo? When people try to have conversations with me about stuff. Look, it's this shirt, but in sweater. It's the same shirt, but it's in a sweater. Oh, you was joking? I don't know. Don't kick him though. We wasn't gonna kick him for that. Just so we could be clear on that. We not he's not going nowhere. Well, Charlie Santana's been here for a while. All right, so hold on. Let's read the story about El Chapo's son. I just wanted to let that be clear about I didn't get bad vibes from Troy Ave. I just think Troy Ave is like, you got to understand, when you super honest, people who think you might expose them in the future is going to be proactively trying to destroy your reputation. With that being said, um I don't know what you expect Troy Ave to do in this particular situation. Um yeah, I'm not he said whoever beef with you just hit him with them bags. Yeah, I'm not beefing with nobody. I am absolutely not. Oh, and one more thing before we go anywhere. One more thing before we go over there. Shout out to Dice TV. Shout out to Dice TV getting up to 1,000 subs. Now he could try to get monetization on YouTube. Shout out to Dice TV. Yo, can we get some bags for Dice TV? Clap it up. All right, so we back to the story real here. Yeah, Troy Ave. That's what Benga actually rest in peace. That's where the tragedy happened with Benga involving Troy Ave. That's a whole fact. Um, Shout out. So it says Mexican security forces engaged in a prolonged shootout with heavily armed suspected cartel members in Sinaloa. I don't know how to say that state Thursday, in an operation that ensnared a son of imprisoned drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Mexican federal troops had initially detained Ovidio Guzman Lopez, 28, in the northern city of I don't know how to say, in a Mexican city in which Mexican State Security Secretary Cristoban Castellano called a federally coordinated operation. But Security Minister why they gotta name everybody? But Security Minister Alfonso Duranzo has told Reuters that he was later released, saying the decision was taken to protect. Wow. So hold on. So they kidnapped, they caught him, and then they released him, and saying that the decision was taken to protect lives. Suspected members of the powerful drug cartel appeared to overpower the security forces during the shootout, who later suspended operations. According to CNN affiliate ADN 40, armored vehicles with military grade machinery exchanged heavy artillery against federal troops in that city in the heart. Ah, man. Anyway, so wait, they got him, and then they let him go. They said, "Look, man, this is too many people gonna die here." Oh man, yo, stop fucking with the Mexicans, yo. Stop fucking with the Mexicans. Wait, why did you time out Ray Banda? They were overpowered. I literally read right here where they said they were overpowered. I don't understand why you timed out Ray Banda. Come on, stop that. Sorry about that, Ray. You know who El Chapo had? El Chapo has they needed oh, I was about to make a joke. But yeah, they had military grade machinery and weaponry, and that was it. You have to see the conversations that me and my daughter have. It's just sarcasm on top of sarcasm on top of sarcasm on top of sarcasm, not sarcasm. Then it's sarcasm on top of sarcasm on top of sarcasm on top of sarcasm, not sarcasm. Al Chapo's other two sons was murdered. They're not giving that dude up. They are not giving El Chapo's sons up. That's a whole fact. El Chapo, the people, the cartel, or whoever the hell, they're not letting them get another son. That ain't happening. What am I checking on my phone now? Uh, Appreciate you. Shout out to Tasha for the donation. She says, "Keep up the good work, my brother." Appreciate you. You gave your daughter her bags. Maybe she deserved them bitches. I mean the bitches, the bags. Pardon me for using the curse in the conversation with your daughter. But yeah, maybe she deserved to get hit with her bags. But if you see me and my daughter's conversations, it'd be sarcasm, 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 not sarcasm, sarcasm. Me and my ex, right? I know I talk about it a lot. I still love it. It is what it is. But me and my ex, right? We be having whole entire conversations, but she's talking to me dead ass serious, and I'm just being sarcastic all the way. And she's having whole entire serious conversations with me, like dead serious, and I'm just being sarcastic the whole entire conversation. And then get all the way to the end of the conversation, and then she's like, "You playing with me?" Oh man, that's a whole fact. She's be like, "You playing with me?" I did have a live with me and my daughter. That's a whole fact. My daughter was on a couple nights ago. Some of the lives that happen, you got to be here when they going on. Me and my ex we be having a whole conversations. I'm just sarcastic all the way through the damn conversation. She dead ass serious. And she be like, "You playing with me?" I'm like, allegedly. She's 15. Yo, what up? Let's talk about it. Shout out to Sex Money Murder. That's a whole fact. We got a Sex Money Murder interview dropping today, by the way. I'm gonna have to. I got so much shit I got to do. Sex Money Murder interview dropping today, where what we actually did, because the interview's already done. For everybody that don't know, we were discussing Hollywood. I interviewed Hollywood. For everybody that don't, yeah. Fuck with Sex Money Murder. That's a whole fact. For everybody that don't know, um, we were discussing the situation that's going on with Pistol Pete. Um, and Hollywood basically expressed that he wants a lot of these rappers out there that's actually speaking on Pete's name to kind of pull back, because what's happening is let's talk about the closing of Rikers Island. Give me 1 second. Because what's happening is Pistol Pete is trying to get some liberties in jail while he's locked up. But while you got people out here on the outside that's constantly expressing that they're doing violence in his name, that's preventing from him to experience certain liberties. Also, I was told that Pistol Pete's been in the box for 17 years because they're trying to limit his access or other people's access to him. And just think about that for a minute. 17 years in the box. So I believe that's what he said. We gotta watch the interview. The interview, we putting the interview up later today. Only reason why the interview didn't go up yesterday is because I was looking for graphics. And because I had a finite amount of time to be able to do that, because I had to run off and do some other stuff. Yeah, so you got people that's talking about all this violence they're committing, and that they're committing it in the name of Pistol Pete. These they're taking shit seriously in the court system, in the judicial system, and law enforcement just in general. They're taking the shit seriously, because I'm not talking about Pistol Pete's situation particularly, but you have to understand often there is individuals that sing kites from jail that get people killed. People get killed all the time, because some people get killed out here in the street all the time for something that happened in jail. So that's the government doing what they're doing. So especially if this isn't something that Pistol Pete is involved in, then we need to try to get him the opportunity to have some of, liberties, get some of his rights back. You understand what I'm saying? And one way that we have to do that first is by limiting all of this talk about violence that people were doing in his name. So during the interview, Hollywood talks about how he hopes that people stop speaking about violence in the name of Pete, because Pistol Pete, because by them doing that, what they're doing is they're creating a situation where the government feels like they do have a need to keep him under lock and key, even if there is no need for them to keep them under lock and key, because he's not participating in any of the street violence that's going on. He's not sending out any words for anything to happen. See, this is what happens when you receive a lot of power. When you have a lot of power, sometimes people think you're doing shit you're not doing. Yeah, same thing you said about Treyway. What you say and do reflect on others. That's a whole fact. Why did I tell you that Treyway got started? Why did I tell you why New York City police and politicians felt like they need to have a big win in the court system and get people off the street? It started with the Trinitarios thing. The thing with the Trinity. Now, I'm not blaming all of the Trinitarios. I don't know the Trinitarios politics or culture or anything like that. So I'm not blaming all of them. We're going to talk specifically about the individuals that was involved in the we're going to talk specifically about the individuals that was involved in the murder of Lisandro Guzman Felez Jr. Let's talk specifically about them. I don't like throwing everybody under a big umbrella, and we're going to talk about the whole entire organization whenever you got 6, 7 people over here doing some weird shit, 10, 15 people over there doing some weird shit, 30 people over there doing some weird shit. That doesn't mean everybody is doing some weird shit, if that makes sense. So that's why when I talk about whatever we're talking about on here, I like to keep it in that group that committed whatever act that we're speaking on, and I don't want to throw everybody under an umbrella. I don't like when people do that to black people. I don't like when people say all black people or whatever the hell, because one black person did this thing or one black person did that thing. So now we're going to attribute their actions to all black people. I don't like that. So therefore, I don't do that. I believe that we have to actively treat people and have the way that we want to be treated. And even more so, we have to actively understand that our words have power. So when something happens, and let's say it's a like with the Trinitarios, like when something happened with the Trinitarios, so we busy say, well, every single like we automatically lose power. You understand? Our words have less power. You understand, if that makes sense? Because now, we can't, everything shouldn't be hyperbolized. You understand what I'm saying? Not everything is hyperbole. Not everything needs to be exaggerated. You understand what I'm saying? So let's keep what we're talking about on that thing that we're talking about. That's what I'm saying. So I believe that the government wouldn't have been going so hard to find or to create a situation like they just created with going after gangs, if not for the Threnny, if not for the situation with the Threnny. That created a situation where now the government needed to win. They needed to get some gang members off the street. Now, the actual fact of the matter is you have a black gang out here on the street, shooting in the middle of the street, creating violence in the middle of the street, or a known black gang. Bloods is known to be a black gang, even though Bloods have all different races of people in it, Spanish speaking cultures and blacks. And you got them running rampant throughout Brooklyn, rampant throughout New York City, doing tons of crimes on camera. Okay, let's get them out of here. If they was doing all of these same crimes, but all of these same crimes were not being caught on camera, and it was just a we heard situation, this would be a totally different case. Everything would have went different. But you have a lot of these individuals, they were caught on tape doing a lot of these crimes. Put it like this: Shadi had to cop out to 2 crimes, right? Both of the crimes that he copped out to, he was on tape. If they weren't on tape, Shadi probably doesn't even have to cop out to any of those crimes. Shadi doesn't have to cop out to any of those crimes. Shadi's probably on the street right now. He don't get 15 years. That's a fact. Let's talk about it. Said that situation made the feds tighten up the city because of that type of activities. Exactly. You had a gang, a known violent gang in the Trinitarios, right? I know I'm jumping back and forth, but just bear with me. A known violent gang in the Trinitarios, the Trini, and what they did was they ran down on some boy and chopped him up in the middle of the street. Think about that. Just think about that. Just think about that. Now my landlord, he want to be heard, so he's standing damn near outside of my door coughing and shit. he got to be heard, but think about that for a minute. Like I just think about that. You think they're gonna allow people in New York City for there to be a gang, and that particular gang is just running around hacking people up in the middle of the street? You asking to never be in. You asking to go to jail for the rest of your life. You're literally asking, yo, you know what, police? We don't like to be free. That's literally what you're saying. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. I guarantee you, if they would have just ran up on that kid, whether it was the right kid, whether it was the wrong kid, whether it was a different kid, and the kid they actually ran up on, we don't speak Russian in here, so we love y'all over there, but I can't let any text go up that we can't read. If they would have ran up on dude, just beat him up, this would be a whole different situation. It wouldn't even have been. It might not have made the news. People get beat up every day, B, and that shit don't make the news. Shit might not have made the news. I'm talking real facts. If them kids would have ran up on dude, ran up on Junior, and beat him up. Remember, the day before, I'm gonna tell you how real it is. The day before, that very same gang stabbed some kid up on, I think, on one of them highways over here. That shit barely made the news. They chased him onto a highway, stabbed him up. He survived. That shit barely made the news. I tried to interview his moms, but I think she thought I was clout chasing. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me come right back. Bronx River Parkway. Yeah. Shit barely made the news. I think his moms thought I was clout chasing though. Or some shit. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Um, Shout out to Prince to Emir. He said stuff in my pocket hit the screen and time Ray out. Sorry about that, Prince to Emir. Sorry about that, Ray. Ray probably left already. He's like, fuck that. F that. Whatever. I'm not gonna go into that. Common Sense says, well, his mom's was dating one of the dudes that dragged Junior out. That's why I'm telling you, they targeted Junior because they thought he stabbed the dude's girl's son the day before and her BF was there. Wow. It sounds like that. That sounds like something possibly that could have happened. That's a whole fact. I guess that would also make sense why she was decided what she was gonna do. Shout out to Gordo. I'm not gonna post this up though. Send me what I could do, Gordo. If you in here, send me what I could do to go through those mechanics to get something like that. I'm in New York City, man. This shit is gonna be a little harder. Um all right, so but that I'm just saying that just goes to show, you feel me? In reality, that whole Junior situation made the whole block hot. And while the block was hot, these guys was running around shooting guns in the middle of the street, being caught on camera robbing people while the block was hot. There's a good chance, right? That even though there was an investigation going on with against the Treyway, against Treyway, even before the Trinitarios, the Trinity thing happened, there's a good, I mean, even before I know what I'm trying to say. There was an investigation going on even before 6ix9ine got there. I'm pretty sure that everything does not go down the way that it went down if not for the situation with the Trinity. And I'm not blaming them or nothing. I don't know why they did what they did. I don't know people's motivations. That's the only way you could truly know a person is to understand their motivations. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can't understand a person's motivations, you will never understand a person. So just real quick, for everybody that's trying to meet people and you meeting somebody and you want to get to know them better, pay attention. Understand what their motivations are. The better you know their motivations, the better you're going to understand what makes them tick. Nah, there's works. People doing work on the house next door. There's somebody's working on the house next door. It's not the landlord, not people working on the house next door. But yeah, so it is what it is. But just think about it like this. Takashi had to cop out to I'm Takashi. Shotty had to cop out to the two charges he had to cop out to. Were both charges that he was literally on camera seen doing. Think about that for a minute. Both of the charges that he had to cop out for were what was charges that he was literally on camera seen doing. Think about that for a minute. If he wasn't literally on the camera seen doing these particular acts, there's a good chance that Shotty wouldn't have gotten nowhere near 15. If anything. Don't 100% know if Shotty already had open cases. I don't know. I'm not going to even put that out into the ether. Look, I told you they briefly captured the dude. Shout out to Bryce Gang. He was briefly captured. They let him go. Look, they captured El Chapo's son and then decided that too many people was going to die and said, you know what? We're just going to let you go. We cannot capture you. Too many people are going to die. El Chapo's son briefly captured amidst intense gun battle between police and cartel members. Then they realized, you know what? These dudes it's not worth it. What up, NK Ultra? I don't think they should make Junior's death a modern day for mourning. We need to have less days of mourning, to be honest with you. My landlord isn't doing nothing currently. He's busy minding his business. Shout out to him. He probably would just want to listen to what I was talking about. So he's standing outside of my door. Probably, maybe he liked the show. The fuck? Yeah, they had to, no, they captured him. I thought I read that they captured him in the other article. They captured El Chapo's son and then let him go. It was like, yo, look, man, too many people gonna die. They probably had that damn cartel. That damn cartel probably had the freaking some people families lined up. Cause I believe in Mexico they got the police that keep the mask on, so you can't know who they are. The problem is that the cartels have more money than the actual government. So that might be the actual issue. The cartels have more money than the actual government. Them cartels be owning the army. The cartels have more money than the actual government. That's the problem. And I don't even know if that's a problem or not. I don't know who's worse, the government or the cartels. I'm gonna stay out of that. I do not know enough about their politics. If 6ix9ine gets involved, if them cartels start protecting 6ix9ine, you're gonna see rappers have problems. Because another thing cartels do not do is you're not gonna go around talking crazy about us. So if these rappers keep talking crazy about 6ix9ine and the cartels decide that they're gonna start protecting 6ix9ine, there might be issues. That's a whole fact. Yo, could we get those likes up? We got almost 250 people in here, and we barely got 100 likes. Like, I don't understand why y'all being here. Y'all don't like liking the video. I don't understand that. Appreciate whatever, man. Appreciate y'all actually for showing up and watching the video. I guess I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So especially all of those rappers that live in California. If he starts moving with the cartel, y'all might want to reevaluate your position. That's a whole fact. That's not even me talking crazy. You might want to reevaluate your position on how much shit you want to talk about him. Because I keep seeing people talk trash about him, right? But too many of these rappers beat cases that can't be explained. I don't know what to tell you. These dudes is beating cases that I don't know if you can really explain it. A lot of these rappers be beating cases that I can't explain. I mean, honest with you. I don't know what to tell you. These rappers be getting caught with all types of different guns and drugs, and then Not even doing zero time. They just put them on. They push their court date back until people forget they got to go to court, and then the next thing you know, everybody forget that the shit happened. Rio Martinez says Shotty was actually already making it happen. Him and El Chapo's nephew got 6ix9ine in contact with the Mexicans in Cali. There's a live where Shotty's in LA says we're good with the Mexicans. I remember that. But hold on, is that really El Chapo's nephew though? Rue Jones says Frost. I think that's a rumor. The reason I said that is because the feds wouldn't let 6ix9ine even deal with them people. Look, I'm not saying that he's doing anything with them. You feel me? But the dude that everybody calls El Chapo's nephew has been standing pretty close to 6ix9ine and has been supporting him. I don't even know if that's El Chapo nephew. I just figured that was his hip hop name. You know, like in rap, people just get names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Rap people just get names and shit. So I don't even know if that's really El Chapo's nephew. As far as I know, that's just, oh, it's true. That really is El Chapo's nephew. And y'all think something's gonna happen to 6ix9ine? So hold on. Hold on. Let's stop everything. That's really El Chapo's nephew. And y'all think something is gonna happen to 6ix9ine? I'm right now, before we go any further, I'm saying, all of you just regular street people that think that when y'all see 6ix9ine, y'all gonna run down on them. Please don't. Because the cartels go after people's families. The cartels go after people's families. So please, everybody that's just regular street dudes, y'all probably heavy on y'all block. You got respect. You got a ton of people that love you. You could just speak a word and people jump. Please, don't go after Tekashi. I'm just saying. Because the cartels, they go after your family. Don't forget that. And yeah, from what I heard, the cartels is protecting his family right now. Allegedly. This is deeper than rap. I know that dude. I need to start calling him. Yo, shout out to El Chapo's nephew, yo. That's a whole fact. I know that dude. Shout out to El Chapo's nephew. That's a whole fact, yo. I spoke to that dude on multiple occasions. Oh man, yo. And he respects the platform. That's a whole fact. Yeah, I'm leaving it alone, whatever. But and he respects the platform. I wonder if those people that say I give bad news. Hold on. I'm gonna flex for a second. I wonder if those people that say that I give bad news don't know what I'm talking about and lie. I wonder if they have any credible individuals that fuck with them. Has anybody seen any credible individuals fucking with them dudes that fucking with them dudes that talk shit about me? Has anybody seen any credible individuals fucking with them? Any? Even one? Because I don't think I have. Oh, he's gonna give me an interview. He was gonna give me an interview. I'm gonna contact him. That we done definitely do this. He was gonna give me an interview more than once. When I first contacted him, he ain't know nothing about me. He thought I was just regular news dudes. Then he started following the channel a little. A couple of people talked in his ear, said, "Nah, Jack Frost is that dude." Whew. Also, you don't know what I have planned in the future, just so we could be clear on that. Because there's some stuff in the future that might also be going down. Remember that lawsuit that people were suing 6ix9ine and then they dropped the lawsuit? I'm not gonna leave that alone. But I might already have the inside track on a ton of shit. So just so you know. I have an inside track on a ton of shit. And not for nothing, every single, I'm just gonna throw this out. We're gonna flex a little bit more. And not for nothing, every single freaking every single one that I be talking to that's like in the loop, and I'm in quite a few different loops. Shout out to everybody that fuck with me. They all know who these guys are, and they all ask me, "Yo, who is these clowns?" And then I have to go through. I start explaining, and then they just be like, "All right, forget it." I already kicked her. I get her bags. We just wasn't gonna give her a ceremony. As a matter of fact, let's give her a ceremony. Cause we put bags up for Jamila that just got kicked. Most likely that wasn't even a female. That's just a dude with a female's name, so I could kick them and they could act like I'm doing something against females. You feel me? And we not telling people to jump in front of buses either. Oh man, yo. I know some stuff involving that particular lawsuit that you just spoke on, Rojo. But I can't talk on it at the moment. But there are quite a few people that are ready to give me interviews regarding the things that have to do with that. I just haven't did the interviews yet. All right. Anybody that want to call in to the show, hit me up on IG. I'm just I'm just leaving the lines open. I don't think anybody's gonna call. Where's the hell is my speaker? Did I put it in my bag? I think I could have put it in my bag. Here we go. We had the lines open yesterday. Didn't nobody don't want to call in. What do you think I'm gonna do? Embarrass y'all some shit? Anyway, you gotta hit me on IG. I guess everybody's at work, maybe. I don't know. All I know is I heard a lot of stuff regarding that particular entity. I've heard a lot of stuff regarding that particular entity. That particular booking agency. I'm not even talking on it. I don't really care one way or the other. Be honest with you. I don't care about that shit. Why don't people like calling into the show? Do they be feeling away? Do y'all be feeling away? After this show, go over to Corey King. I believe he said he has something going on with Kevin Parker. Something called Donuts with Dads. Go support after this is over. After this show is over, go over there support Corey King. Hit that like button for him too. I mean, y'all don't hit the like button for me, so I don't know what to say, but I can't never get nobody to hit the like button. Also, if you ever just like you want to donate but you don't want to give no money, you could just refresh the page and watch a commercial. Just you're about to go to the bathroom, you could just refresh the page and watch some commercials play, or you could just see what commercials. Shout out to Mike Sam, joining the $2 drive. He said it's 15:30 in London. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, my brother. What's 15:30? Like 2:30? It's like 2:30, right? Something like that. 2:30, 3:30. I get that. Anyway, shout out to y'all. Give me 1 second. Read Rookie's comment. How do I call in? I'm on your IG right now. Just send me a message. Send me a message on IG. I need to be able to see your face so I know you're not one of my ops, by the way. Or, so if you say some weird shit, I can make sure that even if you use a different account, I know who the hell you are. Oh yeah, when y'all watch more commercials, of course I get more money. It's a fact. All right, hold on. I'm about to send you the call right now. Let me turn this on. No, nobody mess with this man. I mean, I didn't know if that was really El Chapo's nephew. Now you telling me that's really El Chapo's nephew? That's how you know how real this channel is. Not for nothing. Like, what the fuck, yo? Everybody that's really in the loop fuck with me. People that don't fuck with me is just really just like, y'all could just actually work harder. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway. Shout out to Big Boy for that idea. Okay, Ruggy, King Ruggy, I tried to call you. There you go. Yo, what up, my brother?
Yo. Morning, Frost. Checking in from Jersey.
Okay, that's what it is. What, you on the train or some shit?
Yeah, I'm the one that come from the court appearance this morning.
Oh yeah,
this morning.
They fucked your shit up. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm here with the inspiration from you, man.
You're a funny guy.
Yeah.
Real quick, what was your court appearance for? You can talk about it or no?
Yeah, I could talk about it. It's they trying to say I did a B&E, man.
All right. Breaking and entering. All right. So
yeah.
It is what it is. He probably did it, but fuck it. We on your side anyway.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie.
We on your side anyway. Nobody got hurt, right?
I don't know, man.
All right.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. Copy.
Allegedly.
All right. So what you think about what we talking about this morning? What you want to talk on?
Anything interesting, man. I just wanted to shout you out because you know what I'm saying. Star put me up on you, and man.
Shout out to the Star Report. That's a whole fact.
Yeah, shout out to the Star Report. You know, that's my guy and all, but I tune into you first and foremost. I tune into you when I wake up. I get all the morning discussions, and you do a real in depth. You know, you give the facts. You get the facts, man.
Appreciate
there's no other channel that's giving the facts like you would go in depth as you do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody compares to BB, man.
Appreciate you. That's a whole fact.
And thanks for putting me on that guy. Bad lungs. He's from Jersey like me. I ain't even know about the dude until you came on your live the other day.
Yeah, support.
That was peace too.
Yeah,
that
support.
I went straight to his IG and tagged him and hit him up. He had hit me back too. He trying to link up soon. Roll up, trying to link with him soon. That's a good brother, man.
We're supposed to be trying to create avenues of discussion. So we should be trying to link up with people, especially individuals of like minds. You feel me? So yeah, let's go. And stay out of jail, man. Stop doing shit to get yourself we need you out here in the street doing positive shit, helping the community, doing what we need to do. You breaking up, man. Were you going through a tunnel or some shit?
That's one, man. I don't know if you can see all that, but that's Jersey right there, man.
Yeah, it looks like that. Look, I'm gonna tell you what it looked like. It looks like fucking Atari graphics, yo. For real and shit. Look like I was playing Pitfall, yo. What's going on, man? It is what it is, though. Anything you want to go out with? Because you breaking up bad.
I might have to call you back, but I didn't know that 6ix9ine was tapped in with Chapo's nephew. That's big business right there, bro.
I've spoken with Chapo's nephew on a couple of different occasions regarding 6ix9ine specifically, and I'm gonna say it like this: like I don't know about nothing else, but I'm just talking about just only regarding 6ix9ine and the business that encompasses 6ix9ine only. I've spoken to him on a couple of occasions, so and he's supposed to be speaking with me again whenever I got the time to call him up and bring him on the platform. So hopefully, we can do that. You feel me? That's a whole fact.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. You get the interview with him, even if it's for 5 minutes.
Shit, I need him to give me a drop in Spanish. That's a whole fact.
That'll be hard. That'll be hard. That will be hard. Word, man. And you were going to, I don't know if you did already, if I missed it, but you were speaking about the Troy Ave situation. I think people they got it wrong, man. I think they got the whole thing wrong on that guy, man.
Okay.
I'm not saying it because, I listen to his music and nothing, but the situation just was crazy.
All right, so this is what I heard happen. I heard, I don't know how accurate this is. I'm just telling you what I heard. I heard Taxstone was already at the event. I believe Troy Ave was supposed to perform, so he was supposed to be there, period.
Yeah, that was the T.I. show.
Yeah. Taxstone was already at the event. Troy Ave pull up because he got to perform. Now,
that's what I'm at now, Frost.
All right, that's what it is.
Word.
All right, I'm not telling nobody your address though. I don't do that. You feel me?
Appreciate you, beloved.
Yeah, man. Come on. Anyway, so what ends up happening is they end up having a confrontation because what everybody forgets is Taxstone said it was on site. Taxstone said he just gonna slap him
from the Twitter Twitter days. He said on site.
Yeah. So hold on 1 second. Somebody could put my Cash App in there, please, but the Cash App's on top of the screen. Somebody could put my Cash App in the chat. So the freaking Troy Ave Taxstone Troy Ave goes up to Taxstone. This is the way I heard it. I do not know how accurate this is. Troy Ave goes up to Taxstone. When he goes up to Taxstone, Troy Ave punches him in the face. That's when all mishap drops. That's when all mishap breaks out. But at the same time, Taxstone had said on numerous occasions that it was on site. On numerous occasions, he called dude. He said dude was faking. He was PUSSY, all this other stuff.
Yeah, and he invited him to suck him off and
all types of different weirdo shit. So Tax was going hard. So I don't know what happened there. I wasn't there. But from what I heard,
a lot of people forgetting about the guy, the straw seller of the gun.
Yeah,
he already told that he sold the gun to Taxstone and got off with whatever he got off of. You get what I'm saying? Cleaned his hands with that case already.
Yeah,
people forget to add that in.
Okay, so for everybody that don't know what he's talking about, what happened was the gun that was used in the killing of the gun that was used in the incident, R.I.P. Banger. The gun that was
The
used
RP
in
bangers.
the gun that was used in the incident, it didn't have its serial numbers taken off. So the government was able to link it back to its manufacturer. Then they linked it back to the person who bought it from the manufacturer, and then from there they linked it back to the person that person sold it to. The second
Yep.
person that the gun was sold to was Taxstone's people. Taxstone's people
Yep.
then let the government know that he sold the gun to Taxstone in Florida. So then that
In
made it
Florida,
so
yeah.
that Taxstone had transported that gun across state lines, which is a whole nother felony. So that you can't transport anything over state lines and then come in the commission of a crime or then use it or whatever the case might be. So that's a whole nother more trouble that Taxstone got into. So people
Right.
forget about this. So yes,
People,
Taxstone's man
people
did
forget
speak
about
out
that.
on him.
Yeah.
That's a whole fact.
They saying Troy Ave is gonna point the finger, but his own man gave him up. And then I don't know if you was somebody of a stature, like he was coming up on the podcast game or whatever.
Taxstone was big. That's a fact.
I don't know why would you have an illegal gun. Why didn't he have like security or somebody with him? If you went in with Charlemagne and this one and that one, I don't get it, man.
Okay, see, this is what you got to understand, right? One, you can't always have security with you. That's one. Two,
True.
You can't, like, when you, and this is not, I'm really not trying to bash Taxstone at all. I'm just saying something that's a matter of fact thing, the way that I think. When you're out here on the internet talking greasy all day, every day about what you're gonna do to this person, that person is a PUSSY, I slapped the shit out of that person, you know, this person is a BS N-word. When you're doing that all day, you can't then roll with security.
True indeed, because you look like more of a sucker.
Yeah, so you can't
then
roll with security. So Taxstone, through his words, in my opinion, put himself in a position where now he can't actually have any type
right.
He can't have any type of protection. For everybody that don't know, you know what security is there for? Security isn't there to beat people up. People need to stop thinking that. Stop using your security as bullies. Your security is there so that if something happened, there's a buffer between you and whatever the incident is. Like, let's say,
and they can de-escalate it.
Exactly.
Right.
So exactly. So let's say that you're somewhere and there's an argument going on and people are doing whatever they're doing, right? What your security is supposed to do is your security is supposed to stand between you and the threat. That's what and also de-escalate. Don't get this wrong. But they're supposed to stand between you and the threat. That's why often you see really big people be security. You think, hold on, just to break this down. Do you think Floyd Mayweather needs security? The average individual that runs down on Floyd Mayweather is gonna get wrecked. He don't need security. but he keeps security. And he keeps really big people.
In certain instances, I don't know, of course you have the knowledge of it, but in certain instances I've seen bodyguards or security put their hands on somebody and the person who hired them gets sued.
Yeah, because you are supposed to get sued if your bodyguards do stuff outside of the if they do something on the commission of what you want them to do. Like if you have a bodyguard and you send your bodyguard to go do something to somebody and then they do that thing, then absolutely that means that you are then liable for their actions. You feel me?
Right.
And also, if you have a bodyguard and it's not a person that has a certified, they're not with a company, an actual company, and the company has lawyers and whatnot, then of course you get sued. You understand what I'm saying? But if you got a bodyguard and they have company and everything else, then no, then they have to, if your lawyers are good enough, I didn't tell them to do that. What the hell? So then then the company gets sued. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely. But Ross, man, thanks for having me on, man. You gotta plug me in on how to donate, cause I don't, I'm 38, man. I don't be with this new jack stuff, man. I'm an old cat, man. We deal with paper. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's always Cash App, PayPal for the people who can't go through the First of all, I also want to say every single individual needs to have Cash App. I went and got my daughter Cash App. Everybody needs to have Cash App. Like that's just a lifesaver.
I'm gonna take your advice today. I have no Cash App, no PayPal, no nothing on my phone. You know what I'm saying?
And you could get Cash App without. My daughter has my daughter got a Cash App. She's 15 years old, so you already know she doesn't have a bank account, none of that shit. You feel me?
Okay.
So
But why did you say what you were going into the importance of having it? What's the importance of having it?
because one, you don't never know where you might be somewhere and you might need assistance from someone else. You don't never know when someone you love might be somewhere and they need
Right.
assistance from you. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes,
Cash
sir.
App is the way around having to have a bank account and being monitored. You understand what I'm saying? That's a way that you could go around being monitored because some people don't want to have a bank account for the simple fact they don't want the government to know everything they're doing. You feel
Yeah,
me? Makes
yeah.
sense? So Cash App is a
Makes
way
sense.
around it.
I
And
know a cat. I don't want to put his business out there, but I know a cat that I was in jail with a few months ago. He was in there busting moves. He said he was getting bans on Cash App, man.
yeah, in jail.
Selling
Yeah,
cigarettes
absolutely.
selling cigarettes, one cigarette for $3.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he made like 10 bands in a couple weeks,
Wow.
and it was all over Cash App, man.
I'm happy I don't smoke cigarettes. You know why? Because then if I ever go to jail, I got a job. You feel me?
That's
That's a whole fact.
That's a whole fact. He was moving other things, but he had them bands on that Cash App, man. Like if you needed something, get your family in touch with his girl, and everything was over Cash App. No cash, no bank account, and he was ripping that shit, bro. Like ate good, and he was having him as my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a whole fact. You ain't never lie. All right, my brother, I'm gonna let you get to what you was doing. Appreciate you calling in.
Man, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on, man. You always got my respect, brother.
I hope everything works out in that other situation.
Absolutely.
Later.
Stay blessed, bro.
You stay blessed, man. Later. Yeah, that was a good call. Shout out to him. Shout out to Natasha Johnson joining the $5 drive. Says New York NYC forever. Thank you for your content. BBN is #1. Facts. Appreciate you. But yeah, the packs and Newports go for 500 plus. I don't smoke cigarettes. I be getting paid. I might have to hire a bodyguard. Niggas gonna be like, look at Jack Frost, man. Cash App, I got scammed out of 500. And then everyone kept hitting me up for money every hour, deleted it and never looked back. How you get scammed for 500? You thought somebody was giving you 500 and then you okayed it? Nah, I read everything before I press accept. That's a whole fact. Somebody tried to do that shit to me one day. I was on live. They sent the request for $5. Then it was like, he bought it. I'm like, nigga, I ain't buy shit. The hell wrong with you? Part of my language. I ain't buy shit. That what happened is somebody was like, yo, he don't know no better. So that's why everybody started hitting you up for more money. That dude he grabbed all of his other phones. Anyway, where we at? Shout out Jonathan for the donation. Appreciate you. He says, for a great show. This is my brother. Hey yo, what up, yo? I'm currently in the middle of my show. Everybody can hear you. What's good? Wait, hold on. Nah, I said hold on because my speaker do some weird shit now. What's up? What you said?
No talk about sports.
I mean, yeah, we could talk about sports.
All right. So I'm gonna hang up and listen.
No, I'm talking about sports with you. What are you talking about?
You talk about Saquon coming back.
When's Saquon coming back? This next game?
Yeah, hopefully this next game.
Yo, what did you think about the Yankee game last night?
Man, I turned that shit off like.
We try not to curse on this program. We try not to curse on this program.
I turned it off like when homeboy hit that 3-run home run. I went to bed.
All right, you got to turn me down in the background though.
You turned down in
Excellent.
the background.
For everybody that don't know, this is my brother right here. Also, I'm pulling up Saturday so we can have that interview with what. Anyway, yeah. So, real quick, what do you think about the Giants quarterback?
I think that was a great pickup. Eli's old, over the hill, and we need a mobile quarterback, especially with our offensive line not being that great and still being molded together. So, and it also opens up the playbook because with Eli back there, they couldn't do a running pass option because he can't run.
Yeah, they couldn't do any bootlegs, anything like that. That's a whole fact.
Exactly.
That's a
So
whole
with
fact.
this quarterback, it gives the offensive line more time to protect him because they know he's mobile, and it opens up the playbook.
Also, more options just in general. I think that's what you actually meant. But yeah.
Correct.
Another thing, real quick, before you make the next statement. Haskins. We didn't get Haskins, right? Do you think that
Yes.
we dodged the bullet?
Yes, I think we did because he only started for 1 year at Ohio State. 1 year. So Daniel Jones started 3 years at Duke. So he was the more polished quarterback.
I'm going to tell you something. I think that one of the main reasons why they got Daniel Jones and they got him where they got him at was it had a lot to do with I believe that the Giants don't want a quarterback, a leader of their team who isn't stable minded. I think more than anything else, they wanted somebody who was even keel, somebody who wasn't an up and down type of individual. Like real quick, homeboy that's the quarterback for he was, I don't know if he's still currently the quarterback for them or he got replaced, but he was supposed to be the quarterback over there in Tampa Bay. What was his name? The black dude?
Winston.
Okay, see, he's an up and down type guy.
I know, but he also came with a lot of baggage also,
No,
which they wanted to stay away from too.
Yeah, no, the point in which I'm trying to make is I don't think the Giants wanted to get an up and down type guy. I think they wanted to get somebody who could be consistent. You understand what I'm
Put it
saying?
this way, they wanted an Eli clone, but mobile.
Exactly. Yeah, basically.
That's what they wanted, because he looks like Eli. His mannerism is just like Eli. I mean, you can barely tell them two apart. It's just that he's mobile.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with it. I agree with you all the way, by the way, just so we can be clear. I agree with you 100% all the way. Real quick to this Yankees thing. What do you think they could do to try to turn around the series?
They have to hit. Period. They have to hit. They were second in the major leagues in home runs, first in runs scored, first in RBIs, first with on base percentage. But as we find out, good pitching stops good hitting. And basically that's what's happening. Their pitching is shutting down our hitting. Then on top of that, we have injuries with Stanton injured, and Hicks just coming back off injury. CC injured last night.
This is facts.
But basically we need to hit.
Also, I just want to add this. In the regular season, the Yankees was batting 295 with running 295 or 292 with runners in scoring position. And right now in this particular series or in the postseason in general, I think it's this particular series, I think they batting like 175 or something like that, really low. So their problem might actually be that they can't hit when there's people on they're not getting any hits when people are on base.
They're not getting hits, period, if you look at it, because a lot of our home runs came last season with men not being in position, even though they did hit with men in scoring position. It's just that when you got Verlander and Cole and Greinke, they have 3 top line starting pitchers and we don't.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That is not even disputable.
These guys, we're not hitting. And like you said, we're not hitting with runners in scoring position also. So, yesterday was like the first game where, they scored all those runs. The other games been kind of close.
This is a fact. All right, I want to move over to the Knicks real quick. What are you feeling about the Knicks? Just your opinion.
We have years to come. Right now, the Nets are gonna be better than us next year.
And the year after.
We have no direction with Dolan still as owner, and we have no stability, and we got like second tier and third tier free agents, none of the top tier. From what I'm hearing, it's just that the younger generations, the Kevin Durant,
they don't care
Kyrie,
to come to the Knicks.
Yeah, because when they were growing up, the Knicks sucked. So it's not the mecca to them. All they know from the Knicks is just losing. The Knicks were irrelevant since the 90s when these guys were probably toddlers or not even born. So all they know from New York is losing. So until we start winning and putting in a winning culture, I don't see things changing. The only way we're going to change now is through the draft. Through the draft, get better, and then hopefully people want to come play for us.
That's a fact. Hey, I was thinking about going to a Knicks game this year. If I pick one out, I'm going to let you know.
All right, cool. All right, well, I got to get back to work, so I'll speak to you later.
All right, later. Yo, one last thing. My brother used to have Net season tickets when they was in Jersey, and I want to say I appreciate you for taking me to those games. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Later. Yeah, like I just know stuff about stuff. Appreciate y'all. We can talk about sports for a minute. Like, god dang it, I just know stuff about stuff, man. I like to be informed. You feel me? That's my brother. Also, wasn't there another channel that said that my brothers don't like me? And like there was a channel. Wasn't there a channel out there? There was somebody that proclaims that he knows. There was a channel that proclaims that he knows everything about my family. And one of his things is that my brothers don't like that. Nobody likes me and my whole entire family. Right? That's why I stopped listening to these suckers. Playing at MSG is more important than the playing for the Knicks. Yeah. Coming to the Knicks and then getting big buckets on them and hurting the Knicks is way more of an accolade nowadays than actually playing for the Knicks and achieving greatness. That's a fact, if that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I just want to point that out because people always talking crazy about me, and I just be like, if you knew, stop believing people, stop believing these suckers. Shout out to Dr. Inky. That's my cousin. Shout out to Dr. Inky. He a white belt right now too, I think. Shout out to Dr. Inky. That's a fact. If y'all want to know stuff about nutrition and health and things as such, you should probably go check out his channel. That's a whole fact. Yeah, we're gonna call it. Yeah, we're not gonna be roasting people. We're gonna not throw out negative energy. We're gonna not throw out negative energy. We're gonna be positive. We're gonna be positive. We're gonna encourage the people around us to be positive. We're gonna encourage the people around us to be the best them they could be. We're gonna encourage people around us into greatness. When we encourage the people around us into greatness, when we encourage people around us to be the best them they could be, in those moments we are being the best us we could be. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be supportive of one another. We're gonna be encouraging of one another. We're gonna pick each other up rather than knock each other down. If you got people around you that's trying to knock people down, even if it ain't you, they just trying to knock people down in general, get away from them. Because right now it's not you, but next it just might be. Shout out to Rio Martinez with the $5 drive. Appreciate you, my brother. We gotta get away from the negativity, get away from the hate. You don't have to be a part of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people feel like they got to be a part of the circus. You do not have to be a part of the circus. Think about it for a minute. You see all of these dudes trying to invite me into their circus. What do you see me doing? I'm ignoring these guys. I don't want no parts of this shit. I don't got time for that. Literally, I don't got time for that. Do I say certain things every now and then? Yeah, because at the same time, I have to be able to defend myself and my platform. So every now and then, I will say something just to prove that individuals don't know what they're talking about. But other than that, I don't got time for the BS. Like, just because I'm not on here all day, every day saying, trying to make myself seem big, that doesn't mean that I'm small. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand, a lot of people, they lack self-confidence, they lack self-awareness. I just tend to not necessarily lack self-confidence. I don't really lack self-awareness. I'm just comfortable and I have an understanding of exactly where I am in the paradigm where I am in the scope of the community in which I'm trying to be a part of, and the community in which you guys have formed around what I'm trying to be a part of. So I appreciate y'all guys, and I encourage y'all guys, and so everybody could one of the admins or somebody put the link in the description to our merch store, please. I encourage you guys, just for everybody that can't necessarily see all the way, see the whole shirt. This is the shirt. Hold on, we got Rio right here. Yo, what up, Rio?
Hey, what up, Frost?
Chilling. What's good, my brother? What you want to talk about?
Not much, man. Just sliding in, I mean, the same salute to you and everything that you're doing and shit.
Appreciate you. And immediately curse. You the best. Let's go.
Hey, you know how I do. Hey, yeah, I mean, the main thing we were talking about all day, it was a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I just want to say, like, as far as the 6ix9ine thing, I mean, everybody's gonna keep talking about it, but at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say about it is that all these people going around, like, what I mean? At the end of the day, he can't, like, everybody knows him as a rapper, you know what I mean? And entertainment is entertainment. For all those people who you know what I mean, stand behind a certain rapper and this, that, like, some of your favorite rappers have also been in situations where they had to tell to get out of jail. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss, but they there were situations where they told too. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And these are.
Wait, hold on. They've been in situations where the optics, us looking from the outside, we think that there's a possibility that there's a possibility that they spoke because of the crimes in which they was allowed to get out of. We don't know for certain that these individuals did speak, but because we know how the laws work in America, we could assume that there's a good chance that they did something other than just go in there and be quiet.
Exactly. I'm not gonna say, because there's all kinds of dudes that you could say, hey, they say that he spoke on this, he spoke on that. But if we want to talk about anything that's fact or anything that's on video, paper, this, that, he was on video in court talking about dudes that murdered his homeboy. You know what I mean? I get it. At the end of the day, people are gonna say logically, what would you do? You know what I mean? People shoot your homeboy, this, that, or that. Yeah, but all I'm saying, you already know what it is. At the end of the day, it's all where you're looking at it from. You know what I mean? If you're looking at it from a logical perspective or the street perspective, because honestly, the street perspective a lot of times doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Because you know what I mean? And that's just real. But so there's that, and then there's other dudes too where, you know what I mean, there's other dudes that aren't so big. Maybe people don't pay them too much mind, but at the same time, people aren't just harassing them all the time and all these memes going up about him. Like if we want to talk about like Skinny from the 9, he's on video too, telling on his boys, and he tries to justify and say, well, these dudes told on me first because this, that, or that. But at the end of the day, if they did tell on you, then regardless, because he said, well, what happened was that the information they gave was false. Like, I get that, but I don't know. Like, as far as the streets go, like, I don't know. Maybe you would have your lawyers take care of that. Don't talk to the police directly, which he did on camera. And, so, but what I was trying to get at is that a lot of these dudes are out here, and, I mean, it's your favorite rappers, a lot of them have been in situations. Some of the situations we don't even know of. You know
that's a fact.
And that's just what it is. And also just all those people that like, man, 6ix9ine messed up. He should have kept it solid. I would have never told. I would have this and that. Or I was locked up before and I never told on nobody. A lot of people saying that were either only facing a couple years. You know what I mean? So it was like I'd rather just stay quiet, keep it solid, and everybody still respect me when I get home. Or it was a situation where you didn't even have co-defendants. You didn't even have people to snitch on. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking left and right like, who can I tell on? You get what I'm saying? When you're in a situation where you have other people you did a crime with, and if you keep it solid in that situation and facing some real time, then I guess that's when you could talk. But all these people, like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have never done this. I would have.
You don't know what you would have did. That's
like,
a fact.
Like, bro, you don't know, because at the end of the day, like I've spoken on my situation, and I decided to, okay, whatever, I'm gonna take my time. But I'd be a damn lie if I said I never even thought about it for a second, because you know what I mean. I'm thinking like I'm like, you know what I mean. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, well, you know, these guys are telling me I could talk and go home, or I could write it out and possibly get 20 plus years. I don't know. That the second one don't sound too good. You know what I'm saying? But then I look around and then I just think, nah, you know what? It is what it is, because at the end of the day, that's why when people say don't get involved with things that you're not ready to handle, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I look around and I'm thinking, I'm the one who chose this. I'm the one who chose to get involved. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to then go ahead and be like, nah, you know what? It wasn't even me, this, that, or that. Especially with that situation, like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. I knew 100% everything that was going on, everything that was going down. It's not like I was in a situation. You know what I mean? I had weapons on me myself, and I mean, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, like, just when you're in that situation, that's when you got to keep it solid. But like, I get when people say, like, you know what I mean, certain, like when people are like, oh, well, you know, is it snitching if you're just standing by and you see something happen, is that it? There's so many ifs, you know what I mean, or is it, or you know what I mean, things like that. At the end of the day, if you're involved in the crime, then take responsibility for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And so that's what it is, and I get it. Nobody's trying to do life in prison, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I said, if you did it and they got you, and I mean, they got you. I mean, what else can we do? But I guess everybody handles it differently. But you know, end of the day, everybody's gonna keep talking about 6ix9ine because it's a trending topic, and it's more popular to put him down than to big him up or to say anything positive of him, period. And that's also why, you know what I mean, right when I seen that Casanova interview, I said, Frost, you got to check this out, because, you know what I mean, you already know what's going on right now. Everybody just quick to jump on the bandwagon and like, oh, 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that, and throw up memes too, and just thinking it's all fun and games. But see, because we're looking at it from the outside in, you know what I'm saying? They think, it's funny. You know what I mean? Oh, you big and bad, and then now you doing this and that. But at the same time, they don't put themselves in that situation. I mean,
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I don't trust a lot of these rappers that is out here piling on 6ix9ine, because a lot of these dudes that's piling on 6ix9ine have actually been in situations where we don't know if they snitched or not. You feel me?
Exactly.
A lot of these dudes. I'm not trying to throw shots. I'm not trying to talk crazy. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. But a lot of these dudes that are out here talking crazy about 6ix9ine were at one point or another in a situation where we don't know if they snitched or not. Oh, you know who can talk about 6ix9ine? Boozy. He could talk about 6ix9ine all day. He took his shit to trial and beat it. He could talk about 6ix9ine all day. Okay. I personally think Boozy feels away. Because, like I said, he sold 300 fucking copies. 6ix9ine is out here killing them.
I was feeling away too. Like,
Yeah, he's feeling away.
I thought hip hop was about keeping it real. And then like, hold on.
Now this guy that he's out here going on court, snitching and this and that, and he's selling, and y'all guys is in here all day with me. Thousands of y'all tune into. This is what Boozy is saying. Thousands of y'all tune into my freaking lives, and I sell 300 fucking copies. What in the hell? He didn't understand how the internet worked.
I seen that. He said you guys need to log off right now. Stop watching me. He said, why you watching me? He said, you ain't even supporting. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean?
But he didn't understand how the internet worked. He don't understand that the majority of the people that follow you don't like you.
Exactly, because I mean, as far as that goes, real quick, it's crazy because people think like, you know what I mean? Like, say you have 100,000 followers, right? And you're doing music. People think, okay, well, maybe this guy can sell 100,000 units. Like, no, if you look at people, say anybody, if they have 20,000 followers, if they have 50,000, 100,000, if you look at it, most of the time, about 10% of the people like your post. That's what it is. If you have 20,000 followers, most of the time you might get 2,000 likes. If you have 100,000, you might get 10,000.
That's a whole
and
fact.
that's just what it is. The other people, I don't know what they're doing on there. I don't know, but so I mean, it is what it is.
A ton of people follow you who do not like what you're doing. That's why I don't mind. That's why it don't hurt. Like, okay, so the main thing that I want this platform to stand for is integrity. So I can't talk about we need to be positive. We need to treat each other the right way. We need to support each other. We need to encourage each other. We need to not backbite. We need to not try to harm each other. I can't talk about any of these things if I allow people in the chat all day talking crazy to each other. I can't I can't push this agenda if I'm allowing people to pop up in the chat and talk crazy about me. Then I would be being a hypocrite. So while you got individuals that saying, yo, Jack Frost, you gotta always agree with him. You know, it's not has nothing to do with always agree. First of all, I keep saying, think about all the times I kick people because they talking about they had their own opinion when they was arguing my facts against their opinion. Just think about that for a minute. Think about all the times that at that moment you might not have known what I was saying was a fact. I knew it was a fact. And I'm trying to give people facts. And I got an idiot in here trying to give people lies. And they get mad at me because I'm saying, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to hit you with your bags. Think about how often that happened. There's a lot of... What happened?
And what's real funny is a lot of those people are just trolling just to troll, but a lot of those people also are coming back to the channel now, like, you know what? They just slide in real quick too. Like, don't even like, I was wrong, Frost, nothing like that. They just like, hey, Frost, what's going on? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with you. All of them individuals that was out there bashing my name, now you don't got to do shit. But all of them individuals that was out there bashing my name, donating money to motherfuckers, just part of my language, donating money to people just because those people was being disrespectful towards me, they all need to pop up in here and hit the damn Cash App and hit the fucking everything. That's a whole fact. Y'all was making my life hell for being out here telling the truth. How you gonna be out here trying to make my life hell for telling the truth, and while you out there obviously supporting a liar, not somebody that don't know what's going on, but I don't want to call dude name. I don't want to call dude name, right? All I'm gonna say is dude is a whole clown, and he's out there purposely lying to people, and got individuals in there supporting them, not because for any other reason than because just supporting his lies. He's just out there lying.
That's a fact. I mean, I already know exactly what you're talking about.
That's crazy. And then I'm looking at it like, what in the hell? Like, what has this world gotten to? People was, I don't know.
And you know, people aren't really about the morals they speak of because, like I said, like that dude, like you said, he's talked about, like, you know what I mean? I like people who actually live in the shit they rapping about, this, that, or that.
Oh yeah, that guy. But I wasn't talking about him specifically, but that's stupid. Why would you want people to? That don't even make sense. Why would you want people to be dry snitching on themselves and giving and rapping about crimes they actually committed so they could be helping the police put them in jail? That don't make sense. Why would you want that?
And you already know it, but he's the guy who says, it's because, you know what I mean, like, the thing too was that he kept, the whole shouting thing, like, hey, we need to see paperwork first. We need to see paperwork. But then dude made some false claims on me. Where's the paperwork? The paperwork is what you need to see first, right?
Okay. Check this out real quick. These guys only want to see things that help their argument. Never forget that. Anything that exists that goes against whatever they're arguing. I literally have people coming on this channel that is involved in the situation saying that what I'm saying is correct. And they're still saying that I'm giving people lies. We stood in court.
Yeah.
We stood in court. People got on the stand, confirmed shit I was saying. These individuals are still talking about I put out lies. So it's at what point, like, it's like these individuals are treating their community like their community is stupid and their community is going for it. So shout out to y'all. I want y'all to keep, like, the people that don't think I know what I'm talking about, do what you do. You feel me? But that's crazy. We went into court. We have actual testimony confirming about 70 to the testimony alone confirms about 70-75%, maybe 80% of the stuff I've been talking about on this channel. The testimony alone, that's not even going with the actual the evidence that they have. The evidence confirms about damn near 90 to 95% of the stuff I was talking about. And the other rest of the stuff that I'll be talking about is stuff that ain't even come up in court. You know how much stuff I didn't come up in court with that I spoke on? There's a lot of shit I spoke on that ain't come up in court.
Yeah.
Because it had something to do with other cases, not these particular cases. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. Anyway, what you want to go out with, my brother? Oh, one last thing. That's really El Chapo's nephew?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know it. People, you know, what I mean, I guess sometimes you can't believe everything you hear, but you know what I mean, you already know some of the dudes like that I'm associated with, and I don't know. I mean, I asked around because I was like, what's up with this guy? And they said, nah, he's really family enough there. For real, and they said, how you think he has that record label, and he has a club out in Texas. He has a different couple things where he's making some legit money. You get what I'm saying? So you already know what's going on with that. But and if you pay attention to when 6ix9ine was going through all the shit, even when he said, you know, I'm not messing with nobody no more. I'm not messing with nobody no more. And he said, but shout out to
yeah, he did.
Avila's music. I mean, he said I'm still messing with him. And then also when he did the Breakfast Club interview, that last one, he said, you know, when he started talking about the money, he said, look, I was out talking to some people. He said, I don't want to put their name out there. He said, because, you know what I mean? And he kind of paused, and DJ Envy was like, you talking about some street dudes. And then 6ix9ine's like, yeah, they're about the business. He said, but, you know, he said, and then he kind of brushed that over and kept going what he was talking about. And then what everybody knows that El Chapo's nephew, I mean, at least that's what he's going by, he's the dude who was letting him know, like, look, you know what I mean? This is what's going on with the money. And also the dude I was talking about, him getting his mom's address. But he's like, bro, like, what the hell's going on? Like, do they not know that I really mess with you? Like, you know what I mean? And that's why 6ix9ine got all the information. If it was somebody who wasn't messing with that, you know what I mean? They would have just did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact.
But I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I don't. You know what I mean?
All right. So what you want to go out with, my brother?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, on that Boosie case, I know what the charges were, but did he have co-defendants too?
Boosie? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
Wasn't it a
that
murder? Was it a murder?
Yeah.
Boosie beat a murder, right?
I think it was like double murder. But the thing is, like, you know what I mean? Just like I was saying, I mean, I don't know the specifics of the case, but if they didn't have co-defendants, it's different when you get something thrown out, you stay solid, and evidence proves it otherwise. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Let the courts figure it out. Let the lawyers fight it out and do what they got to do. That's really different, I think. You know what I mean?
Derek Devers says, yes, Boosie had co-defendants, and it was 7 murders. God dang it. He was on death row.
Murders. What? I would. Hey, they might be telling the truth, but I would like to fact check that. I think it was 2 murders, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, man, not just with this situation, man, but with any situation in life, I think people sometimes need to sit back and realize that when you're looking at somebody else's situation, you're looking at it from the outside in. You know what I mean? Like, you're not in that person's situation. So not just snitching. Like, if it's somebody, you know what I mean, working somewhere, somebody doing whatever they got to do, like, and you want to judge them for what they're doing, like, you don't know the situation.
That's a fact.
Or you've never been in that situation to even speak. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, he's an entertainer to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's what I know him as. It's not like I knew him in the streets. I'm like, nah, he's some gangster dude and this, that, or that. You know what I mean? And then that would be a whole different situation. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I see a lot of this shit is just entertainment, and I guess it's working because it's keeping everybody entertained. It's what everybody's speaking about. But at the same time, I think these are, like, especially his situation is a real life situation that, you know what I mean? It does have some real consequences, and he's the one that personally has to live with that. You know what I'm saying? Even if, say, cartels or anybody else is defending him or not, nobody's still untouchable. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I think people just need to sit back and you know, not be so quick to judge people. That's all I'm saying.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I can't even argue with that. All right, so I'm gonna let you go, my brother. Appreciate you calling in.
Yep. All right, keep doing your thing, bro.
That's what it is. Later. I think they mean he was facing death row, because you can't go to death row until you're convicted. That's a fact. He is facing the death penalty. Court was trying to say Boozy was responsible for having a kid who got an AK-47 tat saying "Who's next, Boosie? Kill someone." He was at Boosie's studio before and after. Wow. I'm assuming that kid got the death penalty. Oh, Boozy got out on appeal. Yeah, Boozy did get out on appeal. They was talking about free Boozy. That's a fact. I think he was charged and the dude took back the statement and it got overturned. Wow. I need 1 second, everybody. I need 1 second.
You can get touched, bro. They come up right now and just start drumming at us. We shooting back here. It's gonna be a shootout, bro. But we gotta kill somebody.
Listen to Shotty's voice. As you can obviously tell, he is upset. Now, what a lot of people might not forget is that there was actually transcripts of this. There was actually transcripts of this that was actually released. I forgot whose documents they were in. I was trying to look for them. I couldn't find them. But there was transcripts of this. What the hell? I've been sitting with this shit in my pocket the whole time. He was on death row and convicted. He got out on appeal. He spent 7 years in jail. Yeah, Boosie was in jail for a while, matter of fact. Appreciate everybody for putting. See, when I don't know something, I'm pretty honest about the stuff I don't know. If I don't know it, I don't know it. I'm not gonna act like I know it. Oh man, that's something I don't know. What happened now? Oh man. Dang, so somebody was just out there just murdering people, whoever the hell it was. So that happened. Anyway, we're gonna call it. We're gonna wrap this up. We already 2 hours in. I really prefer for the shows to go about an hour and a half because people got things to do in their day. Can't be sitting here all day. Y'all got things to do y'all day. I really be preferring for these shows to go about an hour and a half. But I want to have more call-ins. I want more of y'all to call in, support. Well, call in and voice your opinions. But Bootsy had no one to tell on. His case was way different to 6ix9ine. He wasn't facing the RICO case. Yeah, RICO cases is totally different. Everybody that don't know. All right, so just once again, you know what we should do today? You know what we should do today? Let's bring home something nice for whoever our significant other is. Whoever that person is in your life that just makes you feel that way, your significant other, let's bring something home nice for them. It don't got to be no big, like a car. It could be a freaking car with some flowers, a meal they like to eat, a snack they love, that cheesecake that they've been pining for. Let's bring something home to the our significant other. Just like, I was thinking about you today, babe. You feel me? Let's do one of those. I don't know what it might be. You know what it is. You know what makes your significant other tick. Let's bring something home to them to let them know that, you're the person that's in my life and I'm very happy to have you here. I wouldn't be the same without you. I would probably go crazy if I had to live without you. Let them know. Yeah, I'm kind of single also, and single sucks. But it is what it is. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all we got on this one. I'm out.